Welcome YouTubers, Uncle Dave with DEECEE's Adventures, and I'm coming at you with another video for the survival gun series. Today we're going to be looking at a caliber that everybody will agree is a great survival caliber as long as you can afford to carry the ammo that you'll need for the time that you're out. And it's a great home defense weapon, a classic hunting weapon, and I'd say an American favorite according to Joe Biden. Here it is. Put the scabbard down. This is my Winchester SXP 12 gauge pump shotgun. There's a reason why I went with the Winchester when I got this gun. These are very affordable guns. These are in the $300 range. This thing is made in Turkey, and I don't know if you know anything about shotguns. You'll know that Turkey has been known for making good shotguns for many, many years. And when military and servicemen go to Turkey, they usually go home with a shotgun. So I thought that was a pretty cool. Although it's nice to have things made in America, especially by Winchester. You usually would expect it to be made in America, but if I was gonna have a shotgun from anywhere else, Turkey's a pretty good place. And there's a reason why I chose this SXP over an 870 or a Mossberg 590. And one of the reasons is this gun is just a little bit lighter than both of those guns. Obviously with the magazine, the Essex card, shotgun card on it right now, it's not that light. But this is a little bit lighter than the 870, and if you guys own an 870, go in the other room, pick it up, and shake it. Tell me what you hear. I bet you if you just did that to your 870, you heard a lot of rattling. 870s rattle a lot. They don't have a lot of tolerance. They're very loose, and Mossbergs are pretty loose too, but not as loose as an 870. And that was really important to me because I do a lot of hunting with my shotgun in the bush, and you got to be really quiet because you got to get pretty darn close when you're in thick bush like we are here in the state of Maine. For survival purposes, obviously a 12 gauge is great for many reasons. The main reason is because a 3-inch 12 gauge slug is over 2,000 pounds per square of knocking down power. That's about as good as you can get. You're probably going to be able to take an elephant down with that if you shoot it in the head pretty easily. Definitely grizzly bear, the best weapon you can have is a slug in a 12 gauge. And just for all around defense against animals, having a couple 3-inch double-aught or triple-aught buckshots and some slugs, you're going to be able to defend yourself against anything that's coming your way. And even in war times, as far as a close quarters weapon, shotgun can be one of the most devastating weapons that you can get a hold of for close quarter battling. But mainly this is a great survival weapon, not so much for warfare, but for being able to provide food, provide protection against other animals, and really be very versatile because of the different kinds of ammo that you can get. You can get, this is just like Target Light Bird Shot number 8, and those are going to be really fine BBs, and you're going to get lots of them. Lots and lots of really fine BBs in that. And then you move up to this, which is like a number 2, I think, which you would use for like geese. And then in between this would be like a 7 and a 6. And those would be used for like partridge and doves and stuff like that. Although these 8s target rounds can probably be used for some of those smaller birds. But you can carry a handful of different rounds that are made to take different animals and not damage so much meat. Because if you blast at a bird with a triple-aught buckshot in your gun, you're going to blow that bird to pieces. You're not going to have any usable meat on it. It's just going to be all blood clot. It's not going to be any good. So that's one great thing. The downside is ammo is really heavy for a 12 gauge shotgun. To carry 100 rounds, especially of like slugs and triple-aught, is going to be really heavy. You know, you could probably carry, for 100 rounds of slugs, you could easily carry like 3,000 or 2,022 rounds. So it's a big difference. And that's a lot of weight. But if you're at camp, or if you're traveling by canoe, and you can afford to carry this, this is what you should be carrying, because you're going to be able to take birds out of the sky a lot easier with this. And this particular gun, I bought with, after I bought it, I went onto Brownell's site, and I bought a field barrel for this too. So I have this is an 18-inch chrome lined barrel that came with the gun. And I also have a ribbed 28-inch barrel with adjustable chokes on it, so I can do duck hunting and geese hunting and stuff like that. So I just have this on here because it's camping season, and I'm not going to be really doing much hunting. This is for defense, because we have coyotes, and apparently we have black bears, but I haven't seen any out here yet this year. And I have actually a den of 10 foxes that is right in front of my place, like not even probably 20 meters from where we're standing right now. So it is nice to have a shotgun, because it can pretty much take care of anything as far as danger goes in the woods. Of course, that doesn't include the most dangerous animal in the woods, human beings. So you do got, but I mean, this is a great home defense weapon for human beings too. I mean, obviously you're not fighting wars with a 12 gauge shotgun. But this is great. It has a chrome lined barrel too, which even the field barrel that I got from Brownell, that was chrome lined too, which is pretty important to me these days, because nowadays we're shooting all that steel shot. Because in most places when you're hunting birds, you're not supposed to use lead shot anymore, because, well, in California they were killing all the condors, but it's poisoning the water and it's killing animals, wildlife. So now we're using the steel shot, but the steel shot, it does a lot more damage to your barrel than the soft lead shot did. So a chrome lined barrel is pretty important to me. It makes it so I think it'll last a little bit longer when you're shooting the steel shot. I got this scabbard. This was like off of Amazon, got it like a year ago. Used it all hunting season. I love it. It's great. It unfolds at the bottom to get longer for when you have the longer barrel on it. Although with the 28-inch barrel, it barely fits on there. I have a nice Snug Pack 3-day Endurance 40, the Endurance 40 by Snug Pack. It has 150 MOLLE PAL attachments for that MOLLE system. So when November comes, I hook that scabbard right onto my hiking pack, pack it up for a couple days, and hike out into the woods. And really easy access off the pack, and then I don't have to carry it all the time. So that scabbard has really worked out great. I love it. So there it is. There's the 12 gauge that I picked out. Like I said, it's the Winchester SXP. And oh, one of the things that was most important about this shotgun, and that was absolutely great about this shotgun, other than it being so quiet and way quieter than the Remington 870, and quite a bit quieter still than the Mossberg, but it also has a rotary bolt. This thing has a rotary bolt. Oh, this thing's loaded up for camp. But the rotary bolt is a bolt that rotates, so when you now it's hot, but when you shoot this round off, the rotary bolt engages, and you hardly even have to pull this thing back. Literally, this thing starts coming back on its own, and you barely have to pull back and push forward, and that's why it's called a speed shotgun. This is considered, at least when it came out, with the rotary bolt, it's supposed to be the fastest, or one of the fastest pump shotguns on the market. Plus it's so smooth. The rotary is so much smoother than than a regular bolt that you get in an 870 or in a Mossberg. So all in all, I love this Winchester SXP. I think if you're looking for a shotgun in the $300 range, obviously when you get into Benelli's and all the nice coach guns and stuff, you're getting into a different category. But for a $300 gun, I take this in the rain, I take this on hikes, I take this everywhere, and it doesn't have any rust. The only rust that I found on this gun ever was on this pin here and another pin that's on the inside, and I cleaned it off and wiped it out and oiled it. All of it came right off, and I've had this gun out in the rain for like 3 weeks at a time during hunting season, and this gun has done great. The only thing is the parkerization that's on the barrel, although it's nice, you can see right here, for some reason it was weak on this spot, so when I cleaned the barrel one day with solution, some of the parkerization came off right here. But I love this gun. Right now it has a plug in it, so it can only hold 2 shots, and that's for duck hunting. You can take the plug out. It came with a plug when I bought it, so it's ready for hunting. Obviously, if you don't have the field barrel, an 18-inch barrel is kind of rough for doing any bird hunting. Yeah, spread is just going to be way too crazy. But all in all, I think this, for a $300 gun, out of all the guns that you have for cheap shotguns to choose from, I think this is definitely should be high on the list, one of the best that you can get. Winchester SXP, chrome lined barrel, takes 3-inch shells, and safety located on the front here. This is how you that little nub there releases the bolt. So I think you guys should consider it. Great shotgun, an all-around perfect long-term survival weapon. So once again, thank you for joining me. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.